All right. Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. So we are sustainability ambassadors with the Office of Sustainability, and we're going to be doing some Valentine's Day crafts with you all. If you want to learn more, you can follow us on engage.appstate.edu, which was formerly AppSync, or keep up with us on Facebook and Instagram. So I am going to be making some little paper flowers, and I feel like this is kind of a great thing for Valentine's Day because, you make it so it's kind of personal, but also you're not, buying flowers from the store because I think around 80% of the flowers that you can buy from stores are like shipped in from other countries and they use a lot of pesticides. So it's best to either like buy flowers locally or make them yourself. So here we go. So to start with, you can kind of use any kind of paper for this. I have some, I made this one out of some magazines, and I have some paper from that. But I also found this this old quiz I took in 2018, which I think would be fun to repurpose. I got a B. Nothing is more romantic than a B. But get your paper ready. And we want, in order to cut it into the flower shape, we want to make a square. So if you have like a rectangular shaped piece like I do, you can just fold down one corner until it meets the other edge like that, and then cut off the extra. And then once you have your triangle, you fold that in half again. And depending on how many petals you want, I usually fold it at least 2 more times. You can like do more if you want a lot of petals. I think this one I folded maybe like once or twice more, and I got some more little petals. Then once you have the shape, you take the side that's been folded and not the one with all the excess, and you cut a little hole, and then cut the rest into the petal shape that you want. And once you've done that, you can unfold it, then you have a flower. So I'm going to do one more, and then I will build the flower. All the other ones, I've found this like Fibers magazine. So I have these really pretty like blue fiber textures, which is fun. So I cut this one smaller. I like to, when I make these, I like to cut the flower at different lengths. So, you can have smaller and bigger flowers, but it's nice to have like varying lengths. It's just because it just looks prettier when you layer it. Okay, smaller one. So you need a stick. I think I put mine over here. A stick or a dowel rod, whatever you have. Sticks are kind of easier because they're easier to find. You don't have to buy anything. And you start layering. It's fun to play with different petal shapes, like some pointy ones or some round ones, just because it makes your flower a little more exciting. And once you have all that, you should use hot glue. I can't find my hot glue gun, so I am going to be using this wax I use for casting. It's pretty much glorified hot glue. Come on, candle. Okay, well, we'll just use the lighter. You just want to make sure that all the petals will stay in. If you cut your hole small enough, you don't really need to use hot glue. And maybe a little bit of like Elmer's glue or super glue will work. But I like it because once it's secured down, you can kind of glue the bottom to face up a little bit. so you have more of a flower-shaped flower instead of a flat flower. Just kind of makes it more fun. And that is the flower. It's also fun to kind of recycle paper by like painting it or using kind of whatever you have. But yeah, that's the recycled paper flower.
That flower was so pretty. I used to make them and I'd be like, they'd be all like just the same looking, but that one was so unique. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm going to show something that you can do as a kind of act of self-love for Valentine's Day. It's not just about romantic or companionate love. So what I have, or what I'm going to make, is a heating pad out of an old sock, a clean old sock that lost its partner, and some rice. I actually had to stick my phone in when I dropped it in the toilet one time. So and by one time I mean like yesterday. So this was, I'm not going to eat it, but I can still use it. What you do is basically you just put it in the sock. So I'm going to do that off camera because I don't really have a good way to do it on camera. And I feel like if I did do it on camera, I would spill it. I might still spill it anyway, knowing me. But you can use any type of rice, and then you pretty much just heat it up in the microwave when you need it. I also should have used a funnel. If I have a mason jar funnel, that would have been good for this. That I actually might go get now because it's not really, oh wait, no, it's going in. I've just got a big old bag of rice. I made one of these the other day, and I burned the rice actually, so that's where the other half of this bag went. Let's see, I'm actually gonna get a cup to put the sock in, but that'll make it easier. I completely forgot about that. So just have a cup, and you can just pour it basically right into the sock. But you can either tie it off like a like right at the end, or what you can do is you can kind of sew it together, or not kind of, but you just sew it together, and then it'll I'm only gonna fill this one halfway because I actually want to be able to put this in my pocket as like a hand warmer. I'm just tying a little knot in it, and it's got little hearts on it. And I loved these socks for about a month before I lost its pair. So it's a good way to make a use out of something you would have otherwise had to throw away. But that is my little sock. I actually want to heat this up right now.
That was so cute. I love the little sock heaters. They're the best. So my craft was recycled seed paper hearts. So I'll show the finished product first. I still need to tape it down, but it has seeds in it, and I'm gonna show you guys how to make it. Yeah, so I'm excited for when it's warm out in Boone and we can plant these to make flowers. That would be really nice. Okay, so what you'll need. So you're gonna need warm water, colored paper of your choice. I'm just gonna use notebook paper because I don't have any colored paper on me. You can even use like newspaper. Seeds of your choice. I would recommend ones that are specific to your region, but I chose black-eyed seasons. Yeah, and then cookie cutters. I have some heart cookie cutters that I've had for a couple years. And then I am using a colander and food coloring. And then you can use a mixer or blender to blend your paper, or a food processor, or just like a spoon. So it's definitely very flexible with what you need. Okay, so to start, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna take your notebook paper and just rip it up into little pieces. I'm just gonna do one sheet of paper because I've already made a couple of these, and I'm actually gonna give them out to, my mom's a teacher and I'm at home right now, so I'm gonna give them out to her students so she can bring that to work. Yeah, so this is the notebook paper just ripped up, and then I already had some hot water going, so all you do is just take this and then add in some hot water till it's covered. I only added a little bit of hot water because I didn't want to add too much. So next, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna take a food coloring of your choice and add it to the paper. And then what you're gonna do is take a spoon and just mix that up to make sure the paper gets absorbed and all that. And then what I ended up doing was I took so it looks like this right now. So I drained a little bit of water in the sink just so it wasn't too soupy. So just do that. And then I left a little bit of water in. So then what you do is you take this and you put it in the fridge overnight or just for a couple of hours. The longer, the better. I just kept it in overnight though. So then next what you would do is, so this is the one that was left in the fridge overnight. It looks like this. So what you do is you would just take this. I already put this in the mixer, which is what you do when you just take it out of the fridge. And then next what I'll do is I'll just take my black-eyed Susan seeds, and then I would just recommend using like a tablespoon or not a tablespoon, like more of like a teaspoon. It's just like, so this is after I mixed it because I mixed it before. So then yeah, I just kind of push the seeds around in the paper. Okay, so then next, let's see. I'll bring this over here. So let's see. I'm trying to see how it'll be best for you guys to see this. Okay, yeah, that's good. So I didn't have a screen, so I just used a colander. So I put my cookie cutters on top and then just put a paper towel down because the water is gonna drip. So what you do is you just take the mixed up paper and then you just take like a spoonful and you just put it into the cookie cutter. Yeah, and then let's see, I'll just fill up the big one. You definitely want to keep the layer thin because then it'll end up drying quicker. And then it's important to have like the drainage because if not, the water just like kind of gets stuck a little bit. So then just kind of push in. It definitely dyes your hands pink a little bit, but that's okay. Let's see. Yeah, so now it looks like that. So then I just let it sit there for a day, and then all the water kind of just drains out of the paper, and then yeah, you're left with some seed paper. I wrote some Valentines on it. This one says, "If you were a flower, I'd pick you," and then I have another one that says, "My love for you keeps growing." Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah.